Welcome back to Dirty Water, Coins and Collectibles. We have a nickel hunt. I ended up getting a new mat. This thing is massive. It's almost too big, but it's clean. Easily cleanable. I can just take a cloth to it. But here we have 4 boxes of nickels. So we're going to be looking for shield nickels, V nickels, buffalo nickels, hopefully some silver war nickels, errors, varieties, foreigns, all kinds of stuff. Clash dies, off centers, rotated dies. Let's get into it. I'll hunt 10 rolls at a time. I'm probably gonna, I don't know if I can do a 4-box hunt. We'll see what we got for time. Maybe I'll do a 2-box hunt and a 2-box hunt. Make it into 2 videos. But I'll do 10 rolls at a time and then bring you in. If I come across something cool, then I will bring you in for that. But other than that, we'll do a 10 roll wrap up. Let's keep it going. Bring you in just a second. All right, here's our finds for the first 10 rolls. We have a 1951 Philly, 54 Denver, and a 57 Denver. And we have a 41 Philly, 47 Denver, 42 Philly, and a 49 Philly. I must have thought that was an 8, so it should be like that, 42 and 47. Let's get into the next 10 rolls. I'll bring you in if I come across something cool. Rolls 11 through 20 gave us a 1954 Denver, a 1956 Denver. We also have a 1941 Philly, 42 Philly, and a 46 Denver. I did check it for the Henning. No go. Let's get into the next 10 rolls. I'll bring you in if I come across anything cool. All right, I just flattened out roll 24. From the edge back here, I think it was this one, looked silver. And we got silver. First silver nickel of 2025. Philly minted. 1943. Let's put her under the scope. You don't see any, maybe some doubling right there, down there, but it's too hard to tell. I'm not going to go crazy with that. 43 looks normal, and the eye looks normal. It's pretty beat up, but we have the first silver nickel for 2025. Let's go. Here's our finds for rolls 29 through 30. We have a 1983 Canadian, first foreign of the hunt. We have a 1954 Philly, a 1956 Denver, a 1957 Denver, a 1941 Philly, a 1947 Philly, and our first silver for our nickel hunt is a 1943 Philly, 35% silver war nickel. Let's keep it going. Working on roll number 36, and I missed it by the edge, but we have our second silver of the box, Philly minted, 1945. That's awesome. Let's put it under the scope real quick. And I don't see really anything. It's tough where it's so worn, but the obverse, where am I here? 1945. Yeah, I think it's pretty normal, but we got silver. Second silver of the box. Let's keep it going. Bring you back with the next find. Just wrapped up rolls 31 through 40. And we had a 1953 Denver, 1955 Denver, 57 Philly, and a 59 Philly. We had a 40 and a 40, both Phillies, a 41 and a 41, both Phillies, a 47 Denver, 48 Denver, and 49 Denver. And then we have our 1945 Philly, 35% silver war nickel. Let's keep her going until rolls 41 through 50. Be right back. Rolls 41 through 50 have been hunted. We have a 1954 Philly, 1958 Denver, and a 1946 Philly, not a Henning. I'll be right back with the top finds for box 1. And here we have it. We have a 1943 Philly, war nickel, and a 1945 Philly, war nickel, both 35% silver. Silver on the board, baby. Let's get into box 2. Be back in just a minute. Or a second. All right, starting into box number 2. I'll be back with a cool find or after 10 rolls. Just flattened out roll number 1 of box number 2. And this one has a silver color to it. 5th one in. Yeah, buddy. First roll, box 2. We have a Philly minted silver war nickel, a 1943. Let's see if we have any varieties. Put that up under the scope. And that mint mark looks normal. Let's check the date. That date looks worn. And no double die. All right, let's keep this hunt going. Be back with the next find. Roll 7, box number 2, and I didn't see it by its edge. We've got a San Francisco war nickel, reverse facing. I did not see the obverse. We have a 1943 San Francisco 35% war nickel, S minted. We'll check the mint mark. I don't see anything abnormal. Check the date. That looks normal to me as well. Liberty, Trust. There's a little ding there. But there we have it. Second silver of the box. Let's keep her going. All right, rolls 1 through 10 in box number 2. We have a 1953 Philly, not a Henning, 54 Denver, 57 Denver, and a 59 Denver. We had a 1941 San Francisco, a 1943 Philly war nickel, and a 1943 Philly war nickel. 2 1943s. And then I just wanted to show you here. This is a little bit blurry because the other one is underneath it. But look at that window. In that window, you can see the thickness difference definitely on Unum. Check out the bottom of the top R compared to that R. And then I said, like, check out the windows here. And then if I take this away, look at the difference. That's my favorite find so far. All right, let's keep her going. Roll number 4, row number 2 of box 2. So that would be 14 of box number 2. And we have a 2009 Denver. lower mintage. I'll take that for sure. All right, let's keep her going. Be right back. Working on roll number 16 of box number 2. And I have a 1942 here. I don't think it's silver, but we'll check it out anyway. It didn't have that look to it, but I could be wrong. 1942 out of Philly. Not a war nickel. That would have a mint mark right up at the top here. Let's keep her going. All right, just finished rolls 11 through 20. And we have a 1952 Philly, a 1953 Denver. It is not the RPM, D over S. A 1959 Philly, which I believe is more difficult to find. We have a 1940 Philly, 42 Philly, and a 49 Philly. I did get a 1939 Philly. It is not the DDR, not a DDO, and not the Henning. And we did get a 2009 Denver, lower mintage. Let's get into the next 10 rolls. Bring you in with the finds. Halfway through box number 2, roll number 25. Do you see it? We have a Philly minted war nickel. Pull back a little bit on this. Philly mint. Another 1943. Let's check it out. That mint mark appears normal. Check the date. That date looks normal. And we'll look at the eye. And that eye looks normal. All right, let's keep her going. Hunting roll number 27, box number 2. And we've got another silver, Philly minted. What is it? What is it? A 1944. All right, mixing it up a little bit. 1944 Philly. We'll check the mint mark. That looks normal. I don't really see any doubling issues. That also looks normal. And then over here, that looks normal as well. All right, let's keep her going. Silver number 4 in this box. Rolls 21 to 30 in box number 2. We have a 1958 Denver, 1943 Philly war nickel, and a 1944 Philly war nickel. Let's keep this hunt going. On to the next 10 rolls. I'll be right back. All right, I just unraveled roll 33, clinching them together. I have not flattened out the roll or taken a peek, but this coin right here that kind of has like a rounded edge to it right in the middle, I'm hoping that's a buffalo. I haven't found a buffalo in box 1 or in this one yet. It could just be a worn nickel. I don't know, but let's find out together. Let's see, where is it? Right there. And it is not a buffalo. 1999 Philly. All right, let's keep her going. Just flattened out roll number 38. And they always seem to be in the back, but I think we've got a buffalo. Third coin from the end. And is that the hold? Holy crap. Literally, it's a hold buffalo. If I've ever found a holed buffalo. Is that a 20? 1920 has 3 feathers. I don't think it was a mint mark at any point. I couldn't tell though. I doubt it. But mamma mia. We've got a buff, 1920. And let's keep her going. First buffalo in the hunt. And she's rough. All right, here's our finds for rolls 31 through 40 in box number 2. We have a 1957 Denver and a 1958 Philly. We have a 1941 Philly, a 48 Denver, and a 49 Denver. We did get this 1983 that I held aside. It's actually in pretty decent condition. If you look at the reverse, it actually has some steps. So I held it aside. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So hold that aside. And then we have our 1920 Holy Buffalo. One more row of 10 left. Let's see what we can find. All right, that does it. 50 rolls have been hunted. We have our finds from rolls 41 through 50. Let's take a look. We have a 1951 out of Philly, a 1954 out of Denver, a 1958 out of Denver, a 1940 out of Philly, a 1947 out of Denver, 1948 out of Philly, and a 1949 out of Philly. So I'm going to make this into a 2-part hunt. I have another 2 boxes, but I don't want the video to be too long. So I'm going to get the best finds out of these 2 boxes, and I will come back with a best finds wrap up, and then we'll get into the next 2 boxes. I'll be right back. All right, so here's the best finds in my opinion out of those first 2 boxes. 6 silvers in 2 boxes is phenomenal. And then we have a holed buffalo, which is kind of crazy to me. Sorry, I was turning the scope back on. We did get a 2009 Denver lower mintage. We have that 1983 that was decent condition. I have 3 1943 Philadelphias and a 1943 San Francisco. We have a 1944 Philly and a 1945 Philly. We have our 1920 Buffalo hold. And for me, this is the best find out of the hunt, is this 2016 Philadelphia VDDR-001. I did try to clean it up a little bit with some acetone. This is what we got. But that is awesome. I've literally been looking for this for 3 years. Like I said, I did find one, but I've been on the channel, I can't even remember now, 2.5, 3 years. So I've been looking for another one since I've started the channel so I could show on the channel. And finally, I've got one. What was it? A Stage C on Variety Vista. 2016 VDDR-001. That's awesome. I love this part of it right here. That the doubling in the window, the thickness of the both windows right there, the thickness at the top of the pillars. And then Monticello. Just awesome. It's a sweet find. All right, this is part 1. Let's get into part 2.